I get the question all the time, what city in Sonoma County is the best? We have Rohnert Park, Santa Rosa, Petaluma, Windsor, and countless others. In this week's video, I'm going to be breaking down probably the two most popular cities that I get questions about all the time. I'm going to be categorizing them into certain subjects and then ranking them based on that subject. It's all coming up right now. What's up, guys? My name is Danny. I'm Cronin. I'm a real estate agent right here in Sonoma County. And if this is your very first time to my channel, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. I drop a video once a week, every single week, all having to do with living in Sonoma County. So if that interests you, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And of course, I am a full-time real estate agent right here in Sonoma County. So if you have any questions at all, you're thinking about buying or selling, please do hit me up. All of my contact information is down below. Call me, text me, email me, whatever is more convenient for you. And with all that being said, let's get right into this week's video, which I'm super excited about. Rohnert Park versus Petaluma. Let's go. Okay, so just to give a little bit of context here, we are going to be comparing Rohnert Park and Petaluma. I'm going to be ranking them 1 through 10 in each category. And the very first category I want to talk about, because it's important, what is there to do? So let's start with Petaluma. Petaluma, there's tons of different things to do. I think Petaluma has one of the best downtowns in all of Sonoma County. I know I talk a lot about Healdsburg's downtown and Sonoma's, but Petaluma is just up there as well. There's tons of different places to eat. You have the old Chicago pizza place that has so many good vibes. It's like a little tiny brick building. You walk in, it's kind of dark. They have the yellow lights. And then here comes the amazing old style Chicago pizza. Truly one of my favorite places to go of all time. And then we have Brewster's again. Now this is just one of the amazing places to eat in Petaluma. Like I said, Petaluma, they have tons of different things to offer. Their downtown is truly amazing. You can do tons of shopping, tons of fun places to visit, eat, drink, have so much fun. And again, I think Petaluma truly does have one of the best downtowns. The nightlife is fun. They have great bars. They have McNear's. And so many different things. I mean, I can't really sit here and just list them all. But for me, Petaluma's downtown, again, out of 1 through 10, gets an 8. So now let's talk a little bit about Rohnert Park's downtown. Kind of hard to talk about simply because there is not a downtown. Now, a couple of years ago, before the pandemic, Rohnert Park came out and they said they're going to be building this massive, huge downtown area that's going to have restaurants, bars, it's going to have housing, it's going to have all of these things, but all those plans sort of came to a halt due to the pandemic, which I think they are making progress on every single day, but there's still no downtown in Rohnert Park. Now, if you guys are familiar with the area, you know that Cotati is not too far away from Rohnert Park, and they do have a very nice, small downtown area, and there's tons of bars, good food down there. They have motorcycle rallies. There's always motorcycles cruising through Cotati. The 8 Ball is one of the most famous bars, I would say, in Sonoma County. It's been there forever. It's actually a place that my parents used to hang out at all the time when I was younger, or not when I was younger, way before I was born. A little distracted down here. There's a little kitty cat. But if we have to rank Rohnert Park's downtown, it's got to be a 0, simply because there is not one yet. But when the new one comes out, I will certainly update you. So another category that I think is worth mentioning is family-friendly vibes. Now, again, a lot of people are moving here. They're relocating from different areas. Maybe they have families, maybe they don't. But the ones that do have families, this is a very common question. You know, what can I do with my child? Is it a fun place to hang out with a kid? Are there things to do for my kid? And when we're talking about Petaluma, it's a huge yes. And I myself have a 2-year-old, so I do know how important it is to get out of the house and go do fun things. You want to make sure that there's, gyms around, play areas, all of these sort of things, so that you can not only stay sane, but you can give your child something fun to do, maybe on a rainy day. And one of my favorite places to hang out in Petaluma with my son is the Time Out Family Fun Center. It's an indoor gym, super, super cool, super fun place to hang out at. You can run around there for hours, never get bored. If you're looking to like really wear your kid out, maybe before a nap or maybe in the afternoons, I would highly, highly recommend checking this place out. And not only do we have to talk about like indoor gyms and activity centers, we can also talk about outdoor activities, because again, it is fun to get that vitamin D. You have to be running around. You have to be in the sun every once in a while. And they do have in Petaluma a huge park called Schollenberger Park, where you can walk for miles, take a bike out there, bring some toys, bring a snack, have a picnic, whatever it is you want to do with children. And that's a super enjoyable experience. It's also close to downtown Petaluma, so if you want to hang out over there for a little bit with the kid, go reward yourself maybe in the afternoon, have a nice cold beverage, you can definitely check out Schollenberger Park. So for Petaluma, when it comes to family-friendly things, I got to rank this at a 6 out of 10. Now transitioning into Rohnert Park, what is there to do with children? And the place I'm about to mention is actually a place I go to quite often that my son loves. It's called the Rohnert Park Gymnastics Center. They have a little kids class early in the morning. You can go there. It's basically a huge indoor gym. There's like foam pit you can run on. There's trampolines. They set up like a little obstacle course. There's cones. There's balls. There's balloons. There's tons of fun things to do. You can even like walk them on a little beam. My son always gets kind of scared, but at the end, he always loves it because it's so much fun. But Rohnert Park Gymnastics Center, this is a great place to hang out. They have tons of camps, just like, little hour-long classes, nothing too crazy. So now transitioning from like the small kind of toddler places to hang out, Rohnert Park does have Scandia. Now I cannot believe this place is still here. This is a place I used to hang out when I was younger, and it's still here today. I haven't taken my son here yet, just because he's still only 2, so still might be a little small, but Scandia is basically an indoor arcade area. They also have a go-kart track. They also have batting cages. They also have mini golf, so it's basically one of those places you can just go to at any age and just have a whole bunch of fun. I remember when I was younger, the go-karts, I probably got kicked out of there more times than not just by having too much fun on the go-karts with friends. But at the end of the day, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and give Rohnert Park the nod when it comes to family-friendly cities, and I'm going to score them an 8. Let's talk a little bit about the nightlife. Now, I know I kind of mentioned it early on in the video, but I think it's worth coming back to. We just talked about kid activities. Maybe you don't have any children. Maybe you're single, whatever the case is. I think knowing if there is a nightlife in a city and if that's something that's important to you, I think it's worth knowing. So Petaluma, absolutely, there is a nightlife there. When I was younger, they used to have like line dancing. Now, I don't know if that's all still there. Again, I am a married man with a 2-year-old, so it's not something I'm out doing all the time, but we used to go line dancing in Petaluma all the time, play pool, so much fun. And there are some of these things still in Petaluma. I know you can still go dancing. I know the restaurants stay open late. So if we're talking about Petaluma's nightlife, I got to score this high on the list. It's got to be a 9 for me, simply because the downtown area is truly amazing. Tons of different things to do. And just looking at Petaluma at night, downtown, they have like these huge wide streets people walk. And it's so much fun. You have to go and experience Petaluma. If you're looking for nightlife, if you're looking for fun things to do, you definitely need to check out Petaluma. Now again, going back to Rohnert Park, there may not be a downtown area, but there are still fun things to do. There's places you can go dancing, places you can eat, places you can certainly grab a drink at. But I do not think Rohnert Park holds up to Petaluma in terms of nightlife. So Rohnert Park for me, on the scale of 1 to 10, has got to be a 5. And for the last category here, if you guys are still staying with me, please go ahead and give this video a like. It really, really, really helps me out, helps me push my content out to more people interested in learning more about living in Sonoma County. But if we're going to talk overall, let's talk about Rohnert Park first. I've always said this, I think Rohnert Park is a great place to live. I didn't mention it earlier in the video, but truly Rohnert Park is one of the best areas you can live if you do have a family. Just about every single neighborhood in Rohnert Park is labeled, A section, B section, C section, all the way down the line. And every single one of those neighborhoods has a park built inside of it. I remember growing up, I had a friend that lived in M section. Not only was it close to school, a really good middle school at that time, but it was also just walking steps from the park. So as we got older, his parents used to just say, go and play at the park for a little while, and they knew it was super safe because only people that lived in that neighborhood were playing in that park. And again, it was just a couple steps down from their house. So super, super nice to have that inside of a city. And then looking at the housing in Rohnert Park, tons of new builds. So if you're looking for new construction, if you're looking for more of that city life, but still having fun things to do nearby and great places and great things to do, I think Rohnert Park definitely has to be up there on the list for you to check out, because overall, I think Rohnert Park is a great city, and I'm going to rank this a 9 out of 10. Talking about Petaluma overall, Petaluma and Rohnert Park, two completely different cities, but I think Petaluma has tons to offer. I think Petaluma is divided into the east side and the west side. The west side being where the downtown area is. A lot of older homes on that side of town, a lot more expensive homes on that side of town. Petaluma definitely is more like rural than Rohnert Park. So I think if that's something you're after, you got to check out Petaluma. There's, houses with a lot more acreage available. And then on the east side of Petaluma, it's a little bit more newer homes over there. Price points come down just a little bit, but not too much. Petaluma overall is a fairly expensive city to live, but again, I think Petaluma definitely has its pros and cons, and it all depends on what you are looking for, right? Like, if none of these things I mentioned in the video even matter to you, then, we got to start looking at different things. But I think Petaluma is a great city overall, and I got to rank this, for me, it's got to be an 8. So Rohnert Park, Petaluma, kind of head-to-head there. All of the scores are at the bottom of the screen. And if you guys have made it this far, I really, really thank you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions about real estate, maybe you have some more questions about these areas or other areas, I would love the chance to help you out. All of my contact information is down below. Call me, text me, email me, whatever is more convenient for you. And we will see you on the next one.